Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to unpack a massive, seriously fast-moving space that, honestly, you might be totally missing right now. We're talking about Sharia-compliant startup funding. This really isn't just some niche concept anymore. It's this rapidly maturing ecosystem where deep ethical convictions perfectly intersect with institutional-grade capital and, well, cutting-edge financial technology. To put things into perspective, the sheer scale here is absolutely staggering. We're looking at over $733 million that poured into the Islamic digital economy in 2024 alone. It's a space that's literally merging futuristic fintech with century-old ethical principles. And it's all driven by a digitally native population that is basically demanding tech that actually aligns with their core values. Now, if you want to tap into this massive capital pool, you have to understand its core operating system. It all boils down to three strict prohibitions. First up is riba, basically no interest. Capital just isn't traded strictly for money. Second, we have harar. This means no excessive uncertainty or hidden risks lurking in your contracts. And third is mizr, which completely blocks any sort of speculation or gambling-like activities. So because of those specific rules, this entire ecosystem relies completely on asset-backed risk sharing rather than your standard debtor-creditor dynamics. I mean, think about it. Rather than a bank winning, even if your startup totally fails, this is a true partnership. Investors and founders share the profits and, crucially, really crucially, they share the losses too. You might be wondering, how does this actually look on a real term sheet? Well, traditional startup instruments are directly translated into Sharia models. For instance, a conventional interest-bearing loan, that gets replaced by something called Muduraba, which is a profit-sharing partnership. And your standard equity venture capital becomes Mushraka, a joint venture where both capital and management are shared proportionately. It's brilliant. What's super fascinating is how these ancient contracts are now being completely digitized. They're powering massive, entirely borderless crowdfunding ecosystems. You've got platforms like Ethisex driving global equity deals, while Funding Souk is stepping up for startup debt. Suddenly, as a founder, you can access retail and professional capital almost instantly, from virtually anywhere in the world. But listen, it's definitely not just retail money. Institutional capital is moving incredibly fast here. We're seeing specialized venture capital firms like Hassan VC in Asia and Sadu Capital in Saudi Arabia aggressively targeting early-stage tech founders. They are bringing some serious liquidity to founders who are building category-defining, fully compliant companies. Okay, so if you're a founder looking to secure this funding, here is your playbook. You need to integrate compliance into your tech architecture from day one. Seriously, bolt-on compliance simply doesn't work here. You've got to utilize AI tools like Sharia Check for rapid smart contract audits, and make sure you align perfectly with global ESG mandates, because these investments naturally just fit right into mainstream sustainability portfolios. So with global Islamic finance projected to hit a whopping $6 trillion this year, this is clearly no longer just an alternative financial system. It's a mainstream powerhouse. So as we wrap up this explainer, the ultimate question you have to ask your board is, are you ready to engineer your startup for the ethical capital revolution?